Hi, my name is Henrik Enström. I'm the founder of FutureSkill, and in this video I'll go through how to create your own exercise using Python. That's the language we support for creating exercises, even though you can solve them in all the popular languages. So to do this, I go to Exercises and then to the Create button here, which will show me a listing of my exercises, but it will also be possible to see public free codes and copy from them and see how others have done their exercises. But now I'll just press Create Free Code and go for an exercise here. So this gives me the starting point of my free code of this exercise. And the first thing I'll do here is to decide that, okay, I want to have three levels, and I'll press Save. And we see saved successfully, which is nice. I will probably make small mistakes here, and then you will see the system does a peek and shows me on which line I have an error if I have written something incorrectly, for example, which I will do probably. So I'll remove these configurations up until the three first that I actually want to use, like so. And then we can decide that I can call them level 1, 2, 3 for now, but the max score I think should be 1, so I'll change that. Show canvas can actually be, I will not use the graphical canvas down here, so I'll set that to false, which is maybe not important, but I'll do it anyway. And then I can actually go in the graphics tab here and remove the canvas entirely, like so, and save that. Okay, and then what I want to do is I want to make this exercise about adding two numbers together, just to show you very basically how to get started doing exercises. So we give it a name here, addition is my exercise now. And one way to do it is to say that we should add A and B together. So I'll make level 1 that you should add 1 and 1 together maybe. So I'll give myself a setup here, basically saying what A and B should be. So A and B are the values that I want to add together, and then we can do some other tricky examples here, like so. Let's see. Yeah, so I have 3 different test cases here, which are 3 different levels. Typically, probably in the levels, I want to make them more and more challenging as it goes on. So this is not the typical way to use a level, but I'll do it this way to show how it works. So now what I want to do is I want to go into the API tab and add a solution API. So this is something that the user should write. So I'll say that the method should be called sum maybe. Return the sum of A and B, and then we have the parameter A, which is an int, and B, which is an int, and then I want the return type to be an int. Then I can save that here. So now we have added that method that is needed for all the 3 levels actually. We can also check the preview, how that looks in .NET, for example. We get public int sum of A and B, and it should return the sum of A and B. Yeah. So this is the stub that the users will get when they solve the exercise. Now, what do I have to do as the creator of the exercise? Well, I need to actually go ahead and gather the result and call this API method that we just created. So we can say that the user answer is solution, which we have up here, dot sum was what we call it, and then we have A and B here. Maybe sum is not so good in Python actually, but we'll see if it works. So then we have to see what A and B are, so we know that A is supposed to be, so we have this config that I am using is self.config, and it picks up the right level that you have here. So I get some things for free here, self.config, and we called one of them A, and the other one was B. So we'll go ahead and use that. So this means what I'm doing now is I'm using the values that I set down here. 1, 1 for the first level, 0 and 10,000 for the second level, and so forth. And then I'm calling the user method to see what their answer is. And I also want to get the correct answer here myself, so I can compare them. They should be that should be A plus B. And now I want to see if the user is correct. Well, I can save and see if I made any errors in the syntax so far. If user answer equals correct answer, then we want to set the score to the max score, which is 1. So this is called self.scores, because you can have multiple scores when you have challenges, but now we only have 1 always. So we will set that to max score, which, well, I could refer to, or now I'll just say 1 here. And now if I press save, this is basically the bulk of what you need to do to create an exercise. You see here, if I actually try to act as a user, and if I return A plus B here, run code, then I get score 1 out of 1. And if I would do the incorrect answer here and run code, I get 0 out of 1. So far so good. So it's actually very quick to create what you actually need to do to have an exercise running. Then this one is not so nice, because you don't get any feedback whatsoever. So what I would probably want to do here, if I'm not using the canvas, is to do some printout using the console. And if I don't remember how to access the console, I can go to the help wiki here, implementation tab, and then we go to the implementation here, and we check the logging and printing section. And then we can see that there are different ways to log it, as you can see. Please go here yourself and read about it. But this is what I want to do. So I want to use self-context console, and then I can maybe write something like, your answer was something, the correct answer was something, and then the score here as well. Why not? And then we use these ones that we calculated here. Correct answer and the score. Yeah, that's at least some kind of feedback to the user. So if I now run my solution here, I will see that my answer was 3, but the correct answer was 2. So the score for level 1 was 0. And if I solve it correctly, yeah, I can run code immediately like so. Then they are the same, and I get 1. And if I go to the second level, I go here and run the code. Then, yeah, 10,000, 10,000, that was correct. I can maybe write also what A and B is here if I wanted to be even nicer. And then for the last level, it will give a correct answer of -301. So again, those values get picked up from my configuration down here. So this is the very basic thing that you need to do to get an exercise up and running. And then, of course, you can spend a lot of time to make it nicer and implement whatever exercise you want. But this shows you that not much work is needed to get an exercise up and running. Thank you very much for watching.